Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing some HBS BattleTech. But first, a quick shout out to Manic RTH, followed on Twitch, so welcome to the party. Glad you could join us. Hello Varank. I know you've been waiting patiently and I appreciate that. Now, to be completely honest, I haven't really refreshed my memory too thoroughly as to what we were in the middle of, but looks like we've got Decker out of action for 16 days and the Orion will be ready in 9, so I don't think we need to hang out in Weldry anymore. Do we have... Are we not doing anything with engineering right now? I don't think we are. We could do the arcade, we could do the library, we could do the low G pool, we could continue the repair and refit or the training modules. Honestly, I think the training modules is probably the safest bet. So I think that's gonna be the plan. 450,000, yeah, we can afford that. 20 days.
All right, I'll get the
Indeed.
right away.
Don't know why we didn't have that going already. So I think the next step, and that will be right before the financial report. You can just piss off. Sorry, my phone was going off, and I don't like it when it does that, when it interrupts the stream like that. So we are currently on Weldry. Where else can we go from here? We've got Lyreton, that's 2.5 skulls. I think we're going for 3 skull planets right now, if not 3.5. Let's see, that's 19 days. That's 17 days. Herotitus. Agriculture, aquaculture, black market, which would be a thing if the pirates didn't absolutely despise us as much as they were able to. Chemicals, medium gravity planet, periphery level civilization, recreation, Terran world travel hub. Interesting. Versus desert world, medium gravity, mining, moons, ruins, uninhabited. I think Herotitus might be the way to go. Herotitus is famed for its planet-wide pleasure industry. It is a sought-after vacation and recreational world. This hedonism exists side by side with the original agricultural colonists who are largely puritanical and staid. Interesting. That's a little bit of lore for you folks about this one little planet out in the periphery.
Our nest egg is just about gone, Commander.
Yeah, we've still got almost 1 million civils. I think we're fine.
Job's done, Commander.
Years of sweat achievement unlocked. That probably has to do with on the road again. Hello random guy, how's it going? Glad you could join us. Speaking of random guy, convinced me to put my wish list on my stream profile, so you can find that there now. Are traveling back from a mission. We had done a plot mission on Weldry where we kind of took some damage. Decker's out of action for another 10 days. Right now we're just traveling to a different planet that was nearby that was 3 skulls that we're hoping to find a contract for. Or on. I mean, not for. Refitted 50 max. That's not 50. That's not a year. That's... Well, if each one averages, what, like 7 days, then maybe. Yeah, I know. He's told me that already. Moonlighting with an autocannon. While pacing through the mech bay on a sleepless night, you stumble across Hoser. He is fiddling with a stock autocannon. A jumbled pile of loose metal and wire litters the deck plating around him. As you approach, Hoser looks up, a sheepish grin on his face. Hello, Commander. I was just trying to tune this beauty, maybe get a little more performance out of her. Could you do me a favor and keep this from the Chief, though? He already shooed me out of here once this week. Uh-oh. What do you mean, uh-oh? You have, the technician. I mean... I don't want to make you spend a week in the mech bay. I want you to keep working on that autocannon. Maybe we can get a plus weapon or a plus weapon out of that. If you were bookish, that would probably be my ideal option. Oh, I got caught. Use technician? Okay, okay, so we did get the AC++. Accuracy and stability damage. Oh, nice. Very nice, very nice. That, I think, is going to be going on the Orion. I did it, Commander. That cannon is purring like a kitten now. Well, a kitten that wants to kill mechs. Nice. That is outstanding. Let us go ahead and throw that into... Did we not finish repairing the, Okay. AC 5 plus with the +2 accuracy? No. We're going to take the +2 accuracy and the +10 stability damage. And we also have the LRM 15 with plus stability damage. So... yeah. This Orion is going to be a knocking mechs down fool. And that'll be... Oh, that'll be 3 days. Well, we'll be at Herotitus. I was on the Orion, I learned all about AC5s. Just peppering them with AC5 and they fall down. Yeah, that's the plan. And those LRMs. Okay, so once we get to Herotitus, we're going to spend another couple of days refitting the Orion and... visiting the store. A Banshee part. Interesting. The 3E... Originally designed for close combat with better speed than most other assault mechs. Okay, so the 3E is the one with only a PPC and an AC5. If it was the slow Banshee, I would do it. Oh, we've got a Marauder part here. Got a quick draw part. LRM 15 plus. Interesting. +1 stability damage. We've already got +2. Okay, yeah, so, not too worried about that. I want to spend 2 more days to get the Orion and Decker back.
That work order you submitted is complete.
I'll definitely buy the plus LRM. Even knowing that we have less than 700,000, I keep getting these things saying that, we're low on money. But we are about to... It's only single plus. But you know what? Do we get them both? Get your inventory? Yeah, good point. Ryan is carrying an AC5 and an LRM. Is this a long-range mech knocker downer? Yes. Yes, it is. And yeah, I probably do have stuff to sell. We've got a Blackjack, 2 catapults, a Cicada, 2 commandos, and a dragon. Firestarter, Griffin, Hunchback, Jenner, Kintaro. I don't want to give up any of our mechs, though. We can... I don't have a lot of respect for autocannon 2s. We could sell a couple of those. We could definitely sell maybe about 10 of those. We certainly don't need 13 flamers. Or 17 large lasers, that does seem a bit excessive. We'll hold on to 5 of those. And just like that, we're back up to 1,000,000 Seabehulls, and we're not even done yet. How many LRM-5s do we want to hold on to? Maybe 12? Just in case we do an all-out missile boat. I don't think anything has that many hard points, but, you know. And the medium lasers, the unholy number of medium lasers that we have. I think we only need to hold on to about 10 of those. Machine guns, I don't see us needing anywhere near that many. We're carrying 22 PPCs. Jeez, no wonder we're spending so much on travel. One small lasers, I think we can probably sell about 9 of those. 24 SRM2s, I do not have that much need for those. Yeah. So yeah, we'll be buying some plus weapons, or some plus weapons, since that's what they have. $102 heat sinks. I kind of want to not sell those just to keep those as like a bit of a scorecard. 101 small jump jets. We just sold almost half a million Seabills worth of jump jets. Oh wow. Hold on to the ammo. I don't see any reason not to. Yeah, I mean, we're not hurting for money anymore. We've got 2.4 million. And we still have the heat sinks that we could sell. We'll go ahead and buy some plus weapons, since they are available. Were there 2 of those for sale? Did we only buy 1? Yeah, there it is. There must have been 2 of those for sale. Wow, we're selling it for 1/10 of what we bought it for. Do we need another one of those? Do we? For $250,000, I think we can pass on the second one. I don't see any mods, I don't see anything else interesting. Okay, but those are not things that we're going to be using right this second. Real quick, let me make sure everyone's XP has been spent.
Standing by. Orders? What's up, boss?
Is Hoser still... I didn't think Hoser was still out of action. Is that going to be guts or piloting? Need to build a missile boat? Yeah, but, we've got the catapult, but that's only a 65-tonner. What else has good missile hardpoints? Oh, he's out of action for a week because he's in the mech bay. Right. You're not being punished. You're being put to better use. But in the meantime, you could get piloting, you could get guts. Guts is just going to be heat, health. We've got unsteady threshold and melee max hit, or base hit. You'd be piloting? Piloting it is.
Mech warrior training complete.
Good to go.
Medusa with 9,000 XP. Yeah, we'll get that Tactics 10 for those headshots. And I will get the overheat threshold.
Training complete.
Okay, so that was worth checking on, for sure, for sure. God, I can't believe Decker is a 10-10 or 10-9-10-9 pilot. That's ridiculous. So what contracts do we have on this planet before we go wasting any more time? We've got Take the Bait. Commander, the Capellan Confederation is tracking an extremely heavy mech with pirate heraldry. Interesting. This provocation is almost certainly bait for a trap. We'd like you to spring this trap. Engage the heavy mech, intercept the forces of the local pirate organization sends to defeat it, and destroy all of them. Not comfortable with how little information we have about the enemy forces, Commander. Well, it's a 3-skull mission, and we are not a 3-skull unit anymore. But we'll take 200,000 over 3 random salvage. And the pirates are going to hate us even more. And, oh yeah, we don't have Hoser. Do we wait for Hoser? How much longer is he going to be out? Uh, 4 days. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go ahead and wait for Hoser. I want him to have that nice, sweet XP.
Work, if I may say so.
Training module 3 is complete. That's engineering. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until Archangel has a bit more XP before I start subbing him in unnecessarily. That's only a 250,000 plus 2 tech points,
Roger
sure.
that, Commander. I'll get the crew moving.
So that was 3 days, and then the financial report in 2 days after.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
I was slow on the button. I wish I would have paused once all my mech warriors were operational again. Operational, you know, in service. For 200,000, yeah, we'll spend a little extra for people. Etc. Contracts. Is Lark going? Lark is no longer with us. I've killed him twice in this game already. There we go. Oh, this is going to be amazing. Lark is unlucky. We're in a Lark free zone. I don't want to be near him. No, this whole ship is a Lark free zone. Ever since I got him killed again. For as many times as I've tried to incorporate Lark into my games, I only have him as was it Vale Ratzak in the Megamech game? Warwolf? He had been piloting a Banshee when he joined us, but now he's in a Stalker with double heat sinks, which is, I think, a nice, safe, and dangerous place for him to be. Alright, so we've got an extremely heavy mech that we're chasing down, as well as other forces. It looks like we are on the corner of the map, so that's interesting. And we're going there. I kind of want to see. We're not going to be able to make it over this mountain here. I'd like to come in with the high ground, but it looks like there's a path kind of laid out for us. I want the high ground though.
Confirmed. Aye, aye.
Stalkers are well armored. It's good because Lark attracts all the enemy fire. Him and the archers, yeah. Let's see. The Grasshopper, I don't think still has jump jets. Oh, the Grasshopper does still have jump jets. Can we? No. We're gonna have to sprint. At least for this turn.
New sensor contact.
Is that a tank? That looks like a tank.
Copy that.
And yeah, the double heatsink Stalker is especially well armored because it drops 3 heatsinks and replaces it with armor, so it is maxed armor.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
Let's say 45 tons. I'm not too terribly worried about him.
Ready for orders. Standing by.
Medusa and the grasshopper. I don't want him to be in the woods. That does mean being out of range. That said, he is pretty evasive after a jump like that.
Here we
What
go.
the heck? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Oh, a demolisher. Interesting. That's a good thing we're super evasive right now.
Yes, Commander. Location confirmed.
Okay, the 45-ton mech can wait. We are focusing on that demolisher.
Firing on target.
Oh, we haven't even penetrated its armor yet. Oh my goodness. Oh, that made me nervous. Those are famous last words. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, I'm familiar. And I would be more worried about it if there weren't already a demolisher on the field. A Vindicator. With a PPC and an LRM-5. What, 20 LRMs isn't enough to do it?
Standing by.
Oh, Bullseye, why do you have to be direct fire? Oh, we're inspired already? Wow. Nope, that cost us an evasion. 55-tonner. Okay, we've got a Griffin on the field. That's a PPC and an LRM-10. Looks like most of the LRMs hit.
Reporting minimal damage.
And the Blackjack. Okay, the Grasshopper is no longer evasive.
Ready for orders.
Five 31.
Move order received.
Yes, fire everything, please. Oh, that dual autocannon 20 turret is off the field. Wait, was that our primary objective?
Acknowledged.
Blackjack is half armored. Oh, so is the Griffin. Interesting. 340, 380. Yeah, I think the two autocannon 2s are more dangerous than a PPC. Because together they do as much damage and more stability. Alright, Highlander, Gauss Rifle. Headshot? I'm feeling a headshot. On the Griffin, perhaps? 18%. That is just insane.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Oh, man, that Gauss Rifle is just so good.
Receiving you. Moving to position.
Alright, so we got the injury, we got the knockdown, we got him bare in 3 locations, including an arm. Oh yeah, we just aided a PBC.
Receiving you.
146, 84.
Copy that.
Let's go for that melee. That's what we've got that arm mod for. That's why we've got that piloting. Right leg, right arm, right torso, all destroyed. Bear in the center torso, bear in his
That
off
is
arm.
Good.
That's one less PPC to worry about it. Okay, pair of autocannon tubes. What are you gonna do with them?
Systems. Holding. Orders? On the move. Copy that.
Alright, that's a kill on the Vindicator. And a kill on the Orion. Decker with a double kill.
Mech destroyed.
All targets down. The Demolisher was the one I was worried about. I was really expecting a little more of a challenge than that out of a 3-skull mission. Yeah, fast and easy is right. Everyone gets 2500 XP. Total of 4 kills to distribute. I think we'll take a couple of Griffin parts. We take a Blackjack part? No, we take the Griffin part. Small laser double plus. 5 damage, 25% crit. That's going on the Grasshopper. And we did get a Vindicator part. We got an autocannon 20, LRMs, heatsink jump jets, ammo. There is a lot of variety in the missions, yes. It seems like it does make it difficult to determine when to advance to the next level. Like, at what point do you go from 3-skull to 3.5-skull if you can't be sure of how difficult a 3.5-skull mission is going to be? Or a 3-skull? We could knock out a 2.5-skull mission real quick, unless it kicks our ass. Or we've got some 3.5 or a 4-skull mission. I mean, why not? It's almost 1 million sea bills. Okay, it's 300,000 sea bills, and the pirates are gonna hate us. Are there any pirate missions that we could do? No. Surprise attack by Liao resulted in the capture. Wait, this is escort. No, we're not doing an escort mission. Recovery. Extract to safety. It doesn't pay very well. It doesn't have as much salvage as this other one, but it's also not an escort mission. It's just a straight up battle. Tell you, we'll do Brilliant Minds first. Yeah. We'll piss off the Capellans. They already hate us. We'll go for max salvage. I don't think anyone would have any XP to spend because we just spent it all. In the expansion packs, they have some series of mini missions, which is pretty cool. They're called flashpoints. I've heard of flashpoints. I don't know too much about them, but yeah, little like side missions. It seems pretty cool. Are they predictable in difficulty, or is it kind of wild like vanilla is? They're more challenging, generally custom-built missions. Okay.
Command interface initiated.
But they're predictable. You know if you're doing a flashpoint, you know it's going to be a difficult mission. You know it's not going to be like a piece of cake. Get to the research facility and take control with one of your mechs. Evac zone. Best of luck.
Well, this is a hellhole.
It's someone's home you're talking about.
Position confirmed.
Very fun, usually. Carpathice! Hey, how's it going? Glad you could join us. Welcome to the party. We're just doing a 3.5 skull mission, which has me a little nervous. We don't normally do 3.5 skull missions. Where we go? Did I lose our objective? No, we're up here. Okay, so we need to follow this ramp. Yeah, we're still a ways off.
Enemy detected.
Position confirmed. Coordinates received.
Oh, we had eyes on that one. Who is that? Oh, a Jaeger mech with paper-thin armor. How are you? We are... I hope everyone's doing well. 70 time. Just prepared to get my butt kicked a little bit on this mission, if it comes to that. Yeah, medium lasers against the Jaeger mech should be effective. Seeing as how it has less armor than it has structure even.
Locked on target.
If we can avoid hitting the canyon walls. Look, Leo. Got a cataphract.
Orders? Confirmed. Target confirmed.
We can take out one of his arms. That would be half of his firepower. One thing about a Jaeger mech, paper-thin armor, but at least it runs cool. Hey. Need you to stay off of the keyboard for me, okay? And the desk. That thing barely supports the monitor. Stop that. So one of those is a 70 tonner, the other is a 65. I'm guessing that's more than likely going to be a catapult or a thunderbolt.
Full throttle.
Kitty, yes, yes indeed.
What's up, boss?
And she is adorable, if I don't say so myself. Not that I'm trying to claim credit for her adorability, but I'm just saying, I'm lucky to have it in my life. No. Little piece of the building going flying.
Orders. Good to go.
Alright, let's get eyes on... Is that the 65 tonner? Oh. Wait. Is that the same one from before? It must be. Did you run away? Must have been distracted by the kitty. Okay, so that kind of smarts.
Receiving you.
Okay, the Jägermech is tougher than I gave it credit for, and a Cataphract is the 70-tonner. Missed with the autocannon, hit with the PPC, and a medium laser. Oh, hello. And that is a catapult up there. Okay. I think the Cataphract is the one I want to take out first. That autocannon PPC combo is pretty nasty. Let's see if we can get lucky with the headshot again. %. What happened? Oh my goodness, with that Gauss rifle.
Enemy mech destroyed.
So that is some guns off the field. Poser. We finish off this Jägermech real
Roger
quick.
that.
Or at least disarm it to a degree. Need to hit with 2 PPCs. Oh, not multi-target. Precision strike is what I was trying to click on. We go for the leg. Oh yeah, I want to go for that leg. Only have to hit it once. I wish we could target 1 at the leg and 2 at the arm. That's what I would do. But we'll probably end up destroying that side torso. And getting the arm as well.
That hit something good.
I saw fireworks, indeed. They're getting rocked by some LRMs. Ace pilot, huh? And running hot.
Commander. Location confirmed.
.76, so we'd have to hit with at least 3 lasers.
Target confirmed.
Yeah. We got parts.
Tango down.
Parts of a Jägermech. What would we do with a Jägermech? Well, first of all, we'd strip out the autocannons and up armor it. What would we put in the place of those autocannons? Maybe a couple
Waiting for
PPCs? Yeah, we're nowhere near being in range of the medium lasers.
Position confirmed.
I'd rather be in the woods than be closer.
I copy.
don't know who's the bigger threat between the catapult and the thunderbolt. Oh.
Standing by.
Let's see what we can...
On it.
Oh. Where? Let's see if we can land a couple of head hits on this guy. Nope, we got leg and torso shots. And yes, I'm doing that so that I'm not inside the minimum range on the, Let's see if we can headshot a Thunderbolt next. Hey, not on the keyboard. I have to keep telling you that.
All weapons committed.
Hold on, she stepped on a key. I'm gonna have to... Sorry.
Receiving you. Moving out.
Oh, we're in small laser range. Oh wait, this isn't the gun. I was thinking this was the Grasshopper. Yeah, the Grasshopper wants nothing more than to get up close and personal. The Orion, not so much. But I'll take half of his missiles, that works too.
Waiting for orders. Move into position.
Take out that leg, knock him down. Well, we got him down to, what, 3 medium
Heavy
lasers?
damage.
Hey, El Chongus. Lay down. Okay, Orion looks like it's taking some hits on that arm and leg. Should be able to survive that.
Warning. Major armor loss.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yes, Commander. Affirmative.
I apologize, I'm playing one-handed right now, and it's not what it sounds like. Wait, no, we'll do one with 80% chance to hit. Every little bit counts, right? Where are you going? You're gonna melee me in the back? No, we've got 3 medium lasers. %60% with the Gauss rifle. That's not as good as I was hoping for. Let's save up our resolve. Let's try and take out this catapult as quickly as possible.
All weapons committed.
Right leg into the center torso. That's one thing I'm really glad they didn't change with this version of the game, is the damage transfer. Like, destroying a leg can eat into the center torso. I like that. I like that that's predictable in a way that I know of. Alright, Hoser, scratch the paint a little bit.
Lots of armor.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, need you to stay off of there. Down there is fine.
Coordinates received.
My paint, my paint. Indeed. Poser's always worried about his paint.
Ready for orders. On the move. Engaging with target. Standing by. Confirm. Solid connection on that one.
I mean, we catch him from the right side. It doesn't specify. We might still catch him on the left side, but I want to see it happen. Come on, you stupid tree.
Physical attack.
Nice. That was fun.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Orders. On it. Move order received. Standing by. Yes, Commander. What do you need? On it. On my way.
I just wonder what direction the rest of them are coming from.
Good to go. Location confirmed.
Hold position and get the scientists safely into a mech. Huh? Secure the designated area. Looks pretty secure to me.
Yep. On my way.
We have the asset, Commander.
Oh, that was a piece of cake. Well done, Commander. We obviously placed our faith in the right mercenary company. We'll let you know if we have any other work for you. You can link your throne to Twitch. Oh, someone bought me a gift. Is that so? I did link to the throne from the Twitch. It's in my profile. It should be on my about screen. $3,500 XP all around. So, yeah, I'll definitely check that out as soon as I get a chance. Catapult over the Jaegermech for sure. Oh, it appears on stream. Might be a setting. I didn't have much of a chance to check out the settings on Throne before I logged on, so sorry, I was away from the computer most of today. The link isn't working in the profile? Okay, yeah, I will have to fix that. I appreciate the heads up. We did end up getting the catapult part. We got some autocannons, some extra medium lasers, machine gun, PPC, heat sinks. Oh. I did not see that on the list. A targeting computer. Costs 3 tons and 2 slots. +3 accuracy missile. Okay. It might be time to build a missile boat. What mech, besides a catapult, what mech bigger than a catapult makes a good missile boat, is my question. Archer. Yeah, if we could find an archer, I'd love to have one. I'd maybe replace the, what would I replace with it? Probably not the Orion. The Grasshopper, maybe? Would I do an SRM archer, maybe? That could be interesting. The LRM archer, obviously classic. But unfortunately, I don't think we even have any parts of an archer. We've got a cataphract, a warhammer. Those are the only 70-ton parts that we have. So maybe we need to keep doing these 3 skull missions until we until we have an archer. And I suspect it's time to check on some XP.
Commander?
Oh yeah, Decker can get that 10th point of tactics.
Training complete.
Commander?
Hoser can get the 10th point of piloting or guts. Is that going to be piloting? Melee defense, hit defense, hit defense. Just like ranged weapon hit defense. Atlas missile boat. Yeah. How many missile slots does the Orion have? It might be just 1. But let me check. As soon as I get you 10 points of piloting.
Training complete.
Orders.
Medusa. Go ahead and buff that.
Receiving you. Ready for orders.
Mech Bay, Orion. Oh, looks like one autocannon, 4 laser, 2 missile. Do we drop the autocannon for more LRMs? That's 45 damage. That's potentially 60. It would save us a couple tons. We would need more ammo for it. Puts us 2 tons over. We do maybe an LRM 10, because that would be a downgrade in damage terms from the autocannon. Also, we do have now these 2 medium lasers. I don't think I want to put those medium lasers on the Orion though. The Orion likes to stand back out of medium laser range. We can't do this. We have to figure out something. I don't know. We'll hold off on that for now. Because that autocannon with the 45 damage is substantial. And it's all in one location. We would save 1 ton by swapping over. 45. 60. Oh. We could do something like this. What do we think, guys? 25 LRMs on this thing in place of the autocannon? It would be 15 more damage, indirect fire damage, and it would be more accurate, I think, with the TTS. +3 accuracy versus +2. And the +3 accuracy applies to both LRMs. We don't have the tonnage for 2 LRM-15s, I don't think, unless we drop 2 of the lasers, which, honestly, we might just do that. Alright, what do we think of this build? Does this work? I think this works. 30 LRMs for a total of, what, 120 damage between them. Need more ammo? Do we drop another laser for ammo? Do we go full-on missile boat? Do we still need that many heat sinks if we don't have those lasers? $30 LRMs. That's only as much as a catapult, but it's also better protected, carries better ammo. Let me pull one heat sink and put one of these lasers back on. That way, when we alpha strike, we generate 40. We've got 39 heat sinks. But we're rarely going to be building up 40 heat because this laser is mainly going to be silent. And yes, it does have the targeting. So that's going to be a very reliable 120 points of damage. Alright, yeah, let's try that.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
And then on the grasshopper, we'll drop in some of those better medium lasers. Missed, and a missed. And do we have any? Yes, we do have a small laser we can upgrade. Get this guy out of here. Because I'm a little OCD about that. And I think that works as well. Okay, so that's going to be 6 days. Financial reports in 30. So that was, I feel like that was a direct upgrade. Scientific emergency. I'm just looking right now. I know I can't accept anything until the work is done. A surprise attack by Liao resulted in the capture of our research facility here on the Herotitus system. At the last moment, when all was lost, a convoy managed to escape. This is that escort mission. Yeah, we don't have the speed for that. Settling a grudge just for some quick money? Yeah, I think that's going to be our next move. Tying up loose ends. You and Darius are networking in a planet-side bar when a familiar voice cuts through the din. An impossible voice. Rance was a family bodyguard who had abandoned his post on that fateful night long ago when your family was betrayed. You killed him for it. But that's Rance stumbling into your table. Hey, he slurs. Can you spare any sea bills? I have to get off-world. I need to stay a step ahead of the devil. Amused, Darius prompts the drunk with, what does the devil want with you? Rance freezes like a prey animal. Revenge. Silent K wants revenge. Escorts are great. They're very easy mission in general. Ambush convoy is tough. Ah. So you think we should do the escort mission? I thought we didn't have the speed for it. Do we kill him? Do we scare him? I'm not inclined to let the past go if he betrayed my family. Rance squints at your outstretched hand, inspecting it for sea bills, and then finally shakes it. He winces as your grip tightens. Hello, Rance. Don't you recognize the last heir of House Wolf? His pain turns to panic as he desperately tries to free his hand from yours. Or you can just call me the devil. You finally let him go and he falls to the ground, scrambling backward on all fours. Darius, meanwhile, is speechless. A second unexpected occurrence for the day. Rance screams as he flees the tavern, your voice echoing after him. Keep running, coward! I've killed you once, I'll kill you again. No lasting consequences.
That work order you submitted is complete.
I wonder if there are actually any lasting consequences for that. Alright, so a 3.5 skull escort mission. Are we down? They take a while. The escortees won't leave the area where your mechs are. Okay. That works. That works rather well. And we'll do max salvage in case there's an archer on the field. Wait, who are we pissing off? I didn't notice. Let me check. The Capellans. Okay, yeah, we don't really care about pissing off the Capellans. 90, 80, 70, 75. With a bunch of 10, 10, 9, 10 pilots. 10, 9, 10, 10. Commander, this is definitely a contract where speed is of the essence. I expect that if Capellan forces locate the asset, they'll rally reinforcements from the captured research facility. Okay. Well, fast is not what we're good at right now. The Highlander and the Awesome in particular are slower than anything.
Command interface initiated.
That was spooky. We have friendly units about to come under fire. Move to their position and provide support. Get them to safety, keep them intact, and get out there when it's done. Their appropriate speed. Yeah, and nothing outruns a Gauss rifle slug.
Roger. On it. On my way.
Enemy detected.
55 tonner. And a cicada. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Heading out. Affirmative.
Oh, is he running away? LRM-5 looked like. Well, 55 tonner has an LRM-5. Is that a variant of the Griffin? And another 40 tonner.
Standing by. Engaging jump jet.
What is cicada? Oh, that's the PPC cicada. If I'm not mistaken, that's the one with even less armor. Oh, that's so much heat though.
Orders?
Oh, right.
Got it.
Alright. 30 LRMs incoming. Some of those are going to be doing extra damage. Or not. We critted on his PPC.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
All weapons committed.
That's a leg down. Oh, he is
Enemy mech. Critical
so
damage
almost dead.
detected.
Waiting for orders.
This is just going to be overkill.
That's a kill.
Shadowhawk. I should have known the LRM-5, yeah, because it has the SRM-2, the LRM-5, the autocannon 5, and a medium laser. Oh, Medusa took a head hit. And another cicada. This is the up-armored one without the PPC, it looks like.
Barely hit, Commander.
Yeah, it's a cicada. What do you think?
Standing by. Move into position.
70 and 90%. 95 and 95.
Targeting for an outlet strike.
We were a little evasive, but man, he hit with just about everything.
Commander? On it. Target acquired.
I think we could probably pull another heatsink out of the Orion. Are we winning, boss? Yes. Yes, we are. And so far, they haven't even put up much of a challenge to us. See if I can't knock this cicada out in one go.
All weapons committed.
Oh, just obliterated that thing. Didn't even need the precision strike.
Destroyed.
Standing by. On the move.
Can we do it again? 18%. We need to hit with 2 of them, but we might get lucky.
Critical
Or
hit.
we might just hit
standard.
him with 3 PPCs and knock him down. Yeah, we are definitely winning at this point. We we'll have to wait and see what else pops up though. Because this is a 3.5 skull mission. Okay, he hit with a medium laser.
Systems. Holding. Receiving you.
Let's see. Is it his right side? No, it's his left side with the LRMs and the medium lasers.
On my way.
Alright, let's see if we can mangle us a Thunderbolt real
Targeting
quick.
for a physical attack.
Structure exposed. Okay, so that's him down to a large laser and nothing else.
That hit something good.
Yeah, it did. I wish they did less melee damage when their arms were busted off.
Ready for order.
That would make sense to me.
Copy that. Here it comes.
All weapons committed.
Arm is not where I was hoping that would land. But we also critted on his large laser and got him in the knockdown.
Good to go. Moving to position. Giving him everything I've got.
Oh, we need to put some LRMs on this Shadow Hawk or something.
Ready for orders. Roger that.
That gives us 13 more rounds of firing. I think we'll be alright.
Target neutralized.
They don't. The mech doesn't take damage in HBS when they fall. I know that does bother me a little bit.
Aye, aye.
However, I do know that there is a mod that does change that because I forget who I was watching, but I was watching someone and I saw it take damage from falling. Oh, yeah, that Thunderbolt is in rough shape. Melee is all he's got left. No, he's just gonna bulwark it. Rogue Tech and 3062 both take falling damage. Thunderbolt is barely alive, yeah. They also lessen damage. Really? Really? 3062 might be the next mod that I use then.
On my way.
Because I don't know if my computer can handle rogue tech, but yeah, that mod definitely sounds worth using.
Target eliminated.
And if I had to guess, I think, where's our evac point? That's the edge of the map, right? Yeah. I'm guessing our destination is down here a ways. Which way are we going? Oh, I guess we'll stick together for now.
Move order received.
Good, it looks like you've secured the area around the convoy's position. They're ready to make their way toward the extraction point now. Keep them alive. And we are moving this way. Alright. The Beanie Babies have arrived. Yes, the convoy of valuable Beanie Babies.
Coordinates received. Location confirmed.
At one time they were worth more than their weight in gold. That time won't come again. Oh, an Orion 1V. It's, am I missing something? I thought that was the loadout of the 1K. Oh, they have a light mech? Be a fire starter. No? Okay, I was gonna say, I feel it's a fire starter. We are focusing fire on it so hard. Two large lasers and two mediums. He's gonna be running hot. Or not. He's barely built up any heat at all.
Coordinates received.
Jinners are my favorite light mech. Yeah. For me, it's a toss-up between the Jinner and the Panther. And it really depends on the mission. Panthers make really good light snipers. Jinners make really good scouts, recon, harassers. Oh. Well, I don't think there was much we could have done about that.
Receiving you.
We got the TTS, so yeah, 95% we can.
Confirmed.
This thing is so accurate. I like the Panther with two large lasers. There's a large laser, two large laser variant of the Panther. I knew there was one that downgraded the PPC to a large laser, but I didn't know of one that has two large lasers. Why are they going forward towards the enemy? God. Yeah, maybe so they can do their sensor lock thing from up close and personal. I don't know, because they're stupid. No. 18%. Let's go for it.
Target.
Set a torso. Customized version I use. Wrote the 1V? Oh, the Panther.
Yes, Commander. Acknowledged.
Let's just try and core him
Firing
out.
all weapons.
I'm guessing it drops the SRM4 and the ammo, so that saves 3 tons. Dropping the PPC down to a large laser saves another 2. That's enough for a large laser. Yeah. Come on. Are you gonna go for the kick too? No, okay. We're absorbing some fire, which is what we need to be doing.
What do you need? What's up, boss?
90% of these missiles are going to set her torso. That's going to be a
We can salvage that.
kill. Not much of it.
Commander. Roger. Receiving you.
Alright, the blackjack hasn't gone yet. If I'm not mistaken, right?
Tango down.
Should we hit the leg? Yeah, we hit the leg. We hit the leg so hard we cored the mech. All 3 PPCs. That was nice. 3 solid connections. That transferred exactly the way we needed it to. And now this Jenner is in medium laser range of my Highlander.
All weapons committed.
Yeah.
Enemy mech destroyed.
We've lost sight of our battle mech escorts. Yeah, because you were contractually obligated to stick with that convoy commander. It can't proceed without us. Well, maybe if they didn't run so far ahead. I mean, I'm moving as fast as I can. The first one he all to tear off ahead on his own got killed, so why are you gonna be like that?
Moving out. Moving out. Aye, aye.
Dismantled that mech, yeah. This mission went, I would say, really well for us, aside from Medusa taking that one head hit. More contacts on the sensors. Look like they're sending in additional units to destroy them.
You're in position, Commander. Hold your ground until the package is on its way.
Let's get in their faces. Absolutely. is how we're going to protect the convoy, by absorbing all the fire that would be going to them. $50-tonner, 55-tonner.
Yes, Commander. Orders.
Is that the only one we can get eyes on? Looks like. Yeah. So we'll jump into the woods, we'll have eyes on this guy, we'll launch some LRMs at him. Hold your ground until the babies are in the bag. Centurion, we'll hit you with some medium lasers.
Good to go.
Orion missile boat hanging back. Launching some LRMs at the Centurion. 95% accuracy because of that TTS. Putting a hurting on him.
Engaging target.
Ooh. I was expecting to go internal at least.
Yes, Commander. Position confirmed.
Let's see, we've got the large laser there. The LRM-10 there. More worried about the LRM-10 than the large laser, to be honest. It has better reach and more damage. And also that arm was undamaged.
The objective is secured, Commander.
Now all we have to do is finish killing them all. Well, that mech got rocked. Yeah, he sure did. Oh. Another enemy contact? Guarded, entrenched. Okay, another 50-tonner. A trench bucket. You gonna fire some LRMs at me? 7K. 7K has a PC and an autocannon. Damaged mech is really guarded now? Yeah, he is. Grasshopper taking some fire on his left side, which is already a little damaged. A little more damage on his left side.
Reporting minimal damage.
Okay, right side is our strong side.
Minimal
I'm not
damage on that.
too worried about that.
I'm here.
That's still on his left side. His left side doesn't have anything, does it? Oh, it's got the autocannon.
Position confirmed. Locked on for physical attack.
Alright, so that's his autocannon out of action, and a medium laser.
Inflicted some heavy damage. Ready for orders.
Oh man, that was good. The Shadowhawk chooses to die. Yeah, looks like we don't have much option. I mean, we could go for the kill on the Centurion. We can go for the kill on the Shadowhawk. He's down to 52. He's down to 49. 2 medium lasers and a large. 1 medium laser, 2 SRM2s. Shadowhawk has slightly better percentages, yeah. And I think I'm more likely to get the kill with that center torso being open. And also I feel like it's probably about the same threat level. They both had, you know, a couple medium lasers and an 8-point weapon on the side, if you count the 2 SRM2s as one weapon. Let's see if we can't headshot this trebuchet. The trebuchet is going to be all alone, and there goes the long-range mech. I don't know if he's going to be all alone. I'm hoping to take him out real quick here. Nope.
Waiting for orders. Move order received.
Alright, 26 on that arm, 25 on that arm. It's a shame we can't target both of them. Be one or the other. Maybe we'll get lucky? Okay, so he's down to just the PPC. And he's been knocked down. So that's cool. So let's see, they're gonna move the Centurion, then we'll get to move. Large laser, the mediums.
Good to go.
Oh man.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, let's go for the back shot.
Copy.
No matter what, we're pretty much guaranteed to kill this guy, I think.
Oh.
He did. He real did, yeah. Yes, he is. And all that's left is that one trebuchet. And all he has is that one PPC, right? His autocannon 5 is critted, but not out of action. Why would he not fire the autocannon 5? Did it lose his ammo?
Commander.
No, it didn't take an ammo explosion.
Acknowledge.
Will we get the kill? Oh, missed.
Think I hit something good.
Well, I wasn't trying to hog all the kills. Oh wait, that was a kill. Way to go, Hoser.
Successful.
It's orange, AC5 is orange. Yeah, I know it was orange. That, Pilot knocked out, yeah. Way to go for the kill with Hoser. I was just wondering why he didn't fire the autocannon 5, because I thought even if it was orange, it was still operational. And he still had ammo for it. Hoser was 4 kills. Nice. Very nice. And minimal damage all around, except the Grasshopper took a little bit of armor damage. Okay, a significant amount of armor damage. All of these parts to choose from. I definitely want the Orion. I wish we'd... Excuse me, I wish we'd gotten the bonus for keeping them all alive. But that one just kind of tore off ahead and there wasn't anything we could do about that. Oh, hello. Autocannon 10. The Autocannon 10s didn't get much of a buff in this game. They go from 10 damage to 12, whereas like the Autocannon 2 goes to 5 damage, the Autocannon 5 goes to 8 damage. 10 to 12 is less significant, I would say. And it is fully half again as many tons as an Autocannon 5, and it gets less ammo per ton as well. So it represents a huge investment. But it's also really good damage with a decent range. Yeah, they're nice, and honestly, I absolutely love Autocannon 10s in tabletop because they have that punch and the range and the low heat. It does twice as much damage as a medium laser for the same amount of heat, which is respectable. Plus AC-10 with extra damage can also headshot like a Gauss rifle. Interesting. Had not considered that. Unfortunately, this one is just stability damage, but that's going to be a lot of stability damage. So we got a Blackjack part, we got a Cicada part, the Orion part, we're going to finish off a Shadowhawk, we got a Thunderbolt part, and a couple Trench Bucket parts. We got the Autocannon 10, the medium laser. That's the pain train coming through, right, guys?
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and put that guy into storage. Because we are trying to collect them all. Alright, Archangel does not have enough for anything.
Standing by.
Decker, not quite.
Yes, Commander.
Loser, not quite.
Good to go.
Medusa is actually really close to getting a 9 on piloting. And... oh, man. Is that going to be an achievement? Top of the crew. Okay, so... again, not trying to hog the glory or anything, but I guess because I've been in the most missions at this point. Which doesn't make sense because I was out of action for like a really long time. How did that happen? Outrider? What does Outrider mean? Piloting and guts, I guess. So that's cool. Maxed out my stats. Wish there was something else I could spend XP on, but there really isn't. So let's see. We've got the medium laser with 25% crit. We've got medium laser with 3 accuracy and 50% crit. Alright, so those medium lasers are a nice pair. We'll do that.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
Top of the crew, your first mech warrior to mech out stats with 10 in all skills. Yeah. Yeah, I was as soon as I realized that I was going to be able to add that 10th skill point, I was like, this is going to be an achievement, isn't it? Plus 15 stability damage. Yes, please. Wait, 2 days. Oh. 2 to install it. That's interesting.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Wait. Victor. Why have we not been using this Victor? We didn't just pick it up, did we? It has no jets and an autocannon. Why have we not been using this Victor? Did I forget we had it? Is that what happened? How embarrassing. Lark was hiding it in the back of the mech bay. Is that going to replace the grasshopper? %, crit, plus 1 accuracy, and 25% crit. I don't like the Victor all that much. Yeah, do we like it more than a Grasshopper? The Grasshopper is a pretty mean build that we've got put together. So yeah, I think we're gonna keep running the Grasshopper for a little bit longer. Oh. 10 damage, 3 accurate. Wow. I'm gonna take the damage over the accuracy and the crit. Which means that we don't actually have a spot for that medium laser on that guy. %, crit. Where do we go? 50% crit or plus 1 accuracy and half the crit bonus? Is that worth an extra day? Yeah, the 50% crit is no good if you don't hit with it.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
What have we gotten? Has the store cycled out yet? Banshee part, Cicada part, Marauder part. I mean, the Banshee is pretty cool, but it's not worth most of our money, I don't think. Grasshopper's much faster. Yeah, well, they're both 4.64s, aren't they? Flushing them out. To Weldry, really. Your Honor, restoration battle in the tundra. We believe the local pirate organization has landed an elite lance on Weldry. Its continued presence inside contested territory is unacceptable and threatens to distract our own forces into trying to track it down and engage it. We need you to locate and eliminate this force. If these guys are that hard to track down, they must be pretty competent. Expect a tough fight. I think the engine on the Victor weighs so much I don't like it. Yeah, kind because it's an 80 tonner, and at 464, that's what, the 320 engine versus 280 for the Grasshopper, which is a pretty substantial tonnage difference. I couldn't tell you the exact difference offhand, but I do know that once you go up to above 300, you're paying an extra ton for the gyro as well. And also the weight curve of the engine is exponential, and it starts really picking up around the 300 mark. Especially around 350, but I don't like mechs with 350 or bigger engines. That is just super extraneous. Like, there's no point in ever having a bigger than a 350 engine on a mech, I don't think. Although I do have some really good refits of the Warhammer and the Archer that use a 350 XL to give them that 5.8 movement profile. Melee Atlas. It's a shame we can't swap out engines in this game, but it is what it is. So, do we travel back to Weldry to piss off some pirates? It's another 17 days. We could do Settling a Grudge, but we'd have to wait. We've got stuff you can in our Rogue Tech. I know, but we're playing vanilla for right now. So we've got Medusa out of action for 8 days. We've got the Orion out of action until 4 days from now. You know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna go 4 days here. We're gonna do this other mission. A little easy 2.5 skull mission without Medusa. Multi-target, maybe less useful. Bulwark is useful. Cool event could come in handy. Honestly, I think that Megamech did a really good job of handling refits on mechs. The more you do, the longer it takes, and like exponentially so. Like, you're replacing the endo skill exoskeleton. The endo skill skeleton takes for frickin' ever. XL engines take for frickin' ever to install. Omnimex have it right.
Keep your eyes open and watch your sensors.
Yeah, I mean, there's no denying that Omnimex are kind of the king of customizability. Oh, does he not have the bonus sprint? I don't think he does. They should release the next BattleTech game and you play as clanners. That would be cool. Especially if you were playing against, like, the Inner Sphere, I guess. 50 tons. 40 tons. A cicada. Guarded and entrenched. 55 tonner. That's an autocannon. That just hit. That's the Highlander, yeah. And a hunchback. Oh my.
I await your command. Got it, Commander.
Okay, wow. Archangel really needs the XP. that's a 4P hunchback. That's a lot less scary than the 4G. But yeah, playing as clanners in the next game would be cool. That's one of the things I really liked about MechWarrior 2, that came out in, what, the 90s? Was playing as the clanners back when they had first come out. And having the access to the that clan technology and the Omnimech bonuses, where you could just swap stuff in and out, and you didn't have to worry about your budget or anything like that. That was a really fun game, I thought. Introduction to BattleTech was MechWarrior 2, and then I got BattleTech and was confused by all these inner sphere mechs. I thought they were ugly. Rogue Tech, they have a clan start option. 3062 does give the clanners some drawbacks. Drawbacks? Like what? Inquiring minds want to know. I'd be very interested to know what the drawbacks of no back armor. But I mean, you can configure that, right? You can swap out your armor on an Omnimech, or no? Nope. Wow. Okay.
Engaging target.
Also make them much hotter.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Yeah, then ERPPCs run 15 heat. Never run and don't do melee. It's fine to have no back armor. LRMs also have less range. What?
Standing by.
That doesn't make any sense. Clan LRMs should have
Moving to position.
better range because they have no minimum.
Copy that.
Yeah. You only fire 3 or 4 of those lasers? He's standing in water. Why? He could have unleashed a lot more.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
Oh no, Hoser, get down! Rogue Tech clan LRMs have less damage, just a little bit better range and no minimum. I don't know why they would make clan LRMs do less damage, because that's kind of one of the basic tenets, is that LRMs are LRMs.
I'm ready.
Is it worth it?
Acknowledge.
No, we're not going to do a death from above on the Hunchback. We are going to unleash everything we can into that right side.
Ooh, that hit something good.
I forgot we messed up his arm. Some SRMs, some LRMs. And Decker took a head hit. Because of course he did.
Receiving you. Aye, aye.
Yeah, I'm starting to think this Orion could do with maybe 1 fewer heat sinks. And yeah, I know I'm not concentrating fire very well. I'm trying to use that Gauss rifle to one-shot things.
Critical damage detected.
What's up, boss?
Alright, let's knock this hunchback down.
Confirmed.
Oh, there goes all of his lasers.
Critical hit, Commander.
Are these Cretans? No, these are pirates.
Damage minimal.
For a second, I only saw one missile, and I was like, there's no way they're launching an Arrow 4 at me.
Warning.
I hate pirates. I don't even know how they could pilot mechs with their peg legs and hook hands. There is a penalty for trying to pilot a mech with a prosthetic. Even a good prosthetic is a slight penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like it's still in his back. We can do that. Oh, that is absolutely in his back. With all the laser spam. Destroyed a heat sink and a jump jet.
Good to go. Commander? Standing by. I copy.
Alright, that is 33% of the enemy units destroyed.
One less target.
Try to wrap this up real quick, because we are just about out of time for today.
Commander?
We leave the Grasshopper to deal with the Shadow Hawk? I think we do. Let's focus on this guy and start heading in this direction.
Locked on.
Now this is the mech that needs to be in the water. Okay, that's definitely the LRM trench bucket. It's interesting, I never noticed you could actually see the missiles highlighted through the mech. Till the cicada keeps getting knocked down. I was right, that pilot is out. Oh, I hadn't even noticed. 67%. Yeah, we did kill the cicada.
Damage.
Run up on that trench bucket and get in his face. That's the plan, yeah? Large laser, couple LRMs. Nothing a Highlander can't take. No, the paint, the paint. I see long range weapons on those mechs. Yeah, PPC, LRMs,
I'm here.
etc.
On my way.
Go for the melee with all the small lasers. So that was his right arm, so everything else is just gonna go straight into his back. There we go. Archangel with the kill.
Enemy down.
Ready for orders.
Oh, this Vindicator hat. Is this an Avenging Angel? It has no armor. Yeah. 120 points of damage off of 360.
All weapons committed.
Getting super lucky with those Gauss rifle headshots. Nice, yeah.
HBS destroyed.
That meg was deleted with extreme prejudice.
Yes, Commander. I copy.
Arm 5, where's that PVC? And it's right arm, I'll bet. Yeah. Oh, I got that PVC real quick. Oh, bother.
That hit something good.
Yeah, just 2. That was my bad. But to be fair, I don't know if we had the heat budget for the third one yet. You are playing a dangerous game.
I live to serve. Lifting off.
These long-range rust buckets want to get in melee when you get too close. Gotta show them who's boss.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
Got a jump jet.
Solid connection on that one.
I love how much bigger the big
Waiting
mechs
for
look.
orders. Moving out.
Decker with the kill. Decker with the kill.
Hostile removed.
And all that's left is the trebuchet. Alright, Moser, before I forget. If... Oh, bugger. Take Gauss rifle to the back. Let's see if we can just...
Waiting for orders.
See, now jump jets would be extremely helpful right now. LRMs are crit seekers, yeah. This is going to be another mission where we don't take any internal damage, I think.
I'm your spaniel.
Okay, is he saying I'm your spaniel? What even does that mean?
Engaging jump jet.
Exactly.
Locked and loaded.
I mean, I'm thinking maybe like we're mishearing him and he's saying understand you? I don't know. Decker with the punch or Decker with the LRMs? Decker with the
Location
LRMs.
confirmed.
I'm your spaniel is a Shakespeare quote. Okay. I'm your Huckleberry.
Copy that.
Okay, what is going on, Hoser?
On my way. Double time.
Well, because you couldn't get up that little ridge.
Engaging physical attack.
And core.
Enemy mech destroyed. Mission successful.
Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. Okay. That does make sense. I get it now, why he says that. Start with the 55 tonner. Ooh, a large laser. For plus 10 damage. Medium laser for plus 5 damage. Heat sinks, heat sinks, heat sinks, jump jets, ammo. And that character is always swearing his undying loyalty. Centurion part, so we'll finish that off. LRM 5, medium laser, heat sinks into ammo. I'm doing better looking for plus items. Yeah, now that I'm not
That mech you
a
wanted
little
is back
less
on
the big mech salvage comes a little less frequently now, so I'm like, well, I gotta fill up those slots with something. But yeah, the plus weapons are definitely making a difference.
They will be done.
Okay, you're just going straight gunnery.
Mech
You
warrior
need
training.
that more than anything else. You are a terrible shot.
Ready for orders.
Hoser, you're what, 2,800 XP
Yes,
away,
Commander.
2,100 away,
Good to go.
1,900 away, and yeah. My will be done is from our Lord's Prayer. This guy is just filled with old-timey quotes. I don't remember hearing him say "Thy will be done." That's from Boondock Saints. If anyone watches Team 4 Star. Oh. I missed it.
Ready for orders.
Yes, Commander.
Commander. Commander.
Okay, now he just wants to say Commander. Okay, so we've got no repairs to do, we've got no XP to spend. We're in good shape for our next mission, wherever that may be. And this is, I think, a good place to go ahead and save our game and call it a night. So, thank you all for watching. It's been a great pleasure. We'll see you next week for some Mech HQ and some HBS BattleTech. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Link to the Discord is in my bio. And there will soon be a link to my wishlist in my bio as well. Thanks again for joining me, and have a good night. We'll see you later.